Hello, one and all. Welcome back. Welcome back to PlayFrame in Final Fantasy XIV Story Mode, and welcome back to Limsa and Limsa's pirate problems. Actually, I guess most of the pirate problems are pretty well sorted now. Now it's just sort of the Beast Tribe diplomacy thing, which is also a concern. There are times when one must stand one's ground, even if the cost of failure is beyond reckoning. The Admiral did just that, and I've nothing but respect for her. As she continues to steer her nation through this period of transition, I pray the Navigator will see fit to fill her sails. I think you said all that before. I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is all the same stuff. Anyway. For the first time in a long time, Merylwyb's course is clear. Now, I need hardly tell you, but any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can first be wrested from the grip of their gods. And so, in the meeting we seek to arrange with the kobolds, I would have you free their leader of Titan's influence. Leave it to us. We will open his ears to reason. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years passed, when the Sahagins swarmed at our hulls in ever greater numbers. Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall go the bounty of the land. An ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye. Inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of Lenosha, which the kobolds believed theirs. Bloodshed followed. Then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and on it went, till every ilm of Vylbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is the present, fresh and raw. And with their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobolds' trust, even should we cure their temper. Admiral, you speak of obstacles we're like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I'll restore their stolen crystals to them, and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Great. They would welcome us into their midst not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye. And given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager they'll attempt to summon Titans there and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. Precisely. He is the fish I would catch, but he'll not be alone. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the kobold's side would jeopardize our chance at peace. And there my venture founders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still have to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeard used to take goods and not life. Ah, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. So, friends, what think you of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. Time during which Alice would be defenseless. Even should we all look to her protection, I'm not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk. It's not as if we have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do. And had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vylbrand. So I'm going to cure that priest, or die trying. I can't think of another good way right now, so I believe in you, Alice. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is settled then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Okay. See you out there. Well, off to Camp Overlook. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, here we are. Been a while since we were here. I guess that's true for most places in the source. Still. Be under no misapprehension. The extent of the High Priest's tempering is like to far exceed that of Gabu. But then, his was a relatively mild case. Milder, indeed, than the majority of those we wish to save. The coming mission will be a truer test of our treatment. I have no doubt that Alice will succeed with the cure, if we can but afford her the time. And that is what we will do, don't worry. Alphino wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you all to give me the time I need. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us and focus on your own task. Indeed. And should you want for ether, you need only say the word. Gabu, did you follow us here?
There's something important that I want to say to the High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you. Please.
I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's safe, all right? My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we've secured our audience. All unfolded as expected. At the mention of my returning their crystals in person, the kobolds suddenly remembered how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Zada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. If you are ready, let us proceed to the Algomero mines at once. Oh, I'll be, walking myself. Very well. We'll just fly there. Why not? I think we've only, headed over in this general direction once. To the kobolds' whole machine village thing. Air quality could be somewhat improved. No. These fates just can't take a hint, man. Right one way. Hang on. This tunnel, this feels very much like a Final Fantasy XI zone. Or like a Final Fantasy XI dungeon. You wander into a place, and it's pretty small, tight quarters. You're surrounded by what at the time would be near top-level enemies, so pretty dangerous. And it's just this sort of maze of little tunnels, and the ones that, looking at the map, you'd think would connect, don't. So you kind of have to just memorize, as a player, where, the paths to each general place are, and maybe mark the map yourself or look it up. Which has an appeal to it, in a way, of kind of figuring out the world and understanding it. There is kind of a cool appeal to that, gaining a mastery of the world and how to get around it, that you don't get in modern MMOs in the same way. Still a pain in the butt. Alice can be forgiven a certain amount of recklessness, but if she goes so far as to contemplate sacrificing herself, I'll remind her how she responded when I thought to do the same. Not that we will let it come to that, of course. Ready when you are, my friend. Definitely. Also, I can't advise bopping her on the head. I feel like she would respond less charitably than you. Patriarch Zada. If the name sounds familiar, it's because he was the one who presided over the deaths of Gabu's parents. Right, that was a while ago. I tried to reach out to him that day, only for my pleas to fall upon deaf ears. But this day will be different. We will reach out together, all of us, and we will take peace in our grasp. There's nothing more to say. I'm going to do this. For Gabu and Tesseline and anyone who's ever dreamed of a better future. Proud of you, kiddo. The Conqueror's chain stands ready, but weaken your foes and it'll see them subdued. Excellent. I don't know what that is, but I trust you that it works. This aetheryte will bear us to our quarry. Should he make to summon Titan, as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose and we'll have an army of kobolds to entertain till Alisay's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them and let Ainzar do the rest. It is time. Stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond this squall. I love your seafaring optimism. All right. Duty calls, let's go.
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa. I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye, just as we thought.
Well, that didn't take long.
Now, Alisay! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me!
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Okay. Time to do this thing.
I'm beginning the incantation. The girl seeks to harm the Patriarch with vile magics. Kill her! Slaughter! Slay! Kill!
We must protect
Not if we have anything to say about it. Over here, please. Attack me instead. That would be preferred. Thank you. Dermot, draw the golems to me. I'll deal with them all at once. Okay. Yeah, that's a great idea. Do your thing. That's a good gun. And yours doesn't even have a sword attached. To each their own.
You're in my sights.
Very nice, yes. Maybe another round of those, if you please. Time for the chain.
Yes, it's ready. Go, Angelo! Ah! What sorcery is this?
Alisay, are you all right?
His tempering's too severe. I can't finish the job.
This is only the beginning. So one person's ether is not enough.
Oh, just what we need.
Oh dear, yes. Stack up, everyone. Defense! Defense!
You're not alone.
They're targeting Alisay. Everyone gather close. Big constructs. Focus on me, please.
There.
Get him. Yeah. Everyone back. I will shield Alisay. Beautifully done. What good teamwork we're all doing. Yipes.
You're in my
I'm glad you and your swordless gun are here, because they're doing great work. Alphino, let us lend Alice our ether. Understood.
Here you are, Alice.
They can come from anywhere. Stay alert. Aye, Admiral. Thanks, you two. I'll give it another try. Bombs. We can't let them get near Alice. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna, like, target me. It'd be nice if they did, but I don't think they're gonna. Nope, that's fine. We beat them up then. As any good bomb defusal expert knows, fight the bomb. Ugh, I'm nearing my limit. It's a lot of bombs. Curses, more of them. Spread out and hold them off.
More! I need more ether!
There's so many bombs. Probably should have run defense for Alphino there. That would have been ideal, but... damn it. Oh boy. Keep it up, everyone. Hang in there. Can I give you a heal, maybe? Oh, that's so many. Seven hells, there's too many. Leave this to me. Stand clear, all of you. Oh my. That's a lot of bomb. Are you sure? Ow. Ah. Of all the reckless things. Alice, now's your chance. All right. Please, please let this work. Ah, my head. The pain. The pain. Is it still not enough? Almost there. Dermot, please lend me your ether too. Okay. Well, this is a lot of debuffs I'm taking right now. Ow. You're dead now, girl. Finished. Done for. Dead. No, you don't. No, Admiral, it's too dangerous. I made my decision before I came here. No matter what it costs me, Limsa will have peace. Admiral! Slay the last one. Exterminate, destroy, slay. We won't be doing any of that, thank you. You know, let's fight you over here away from all the, wounded, you know? That seems smartest for a tank to do, in theory. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Watch you step. Are you quite done? Eh? No, you're not. Hold still and let me hit you. I'm a tank, you're supposed to come to me. Okay. Go down already. Thank you. Dermot, a little more ether, just a little more, and I can finish this. On my way. Here you go. Thank you. It will work this time, I promise.
Yes, this will do. Here I go. Go, Angela.
Did it work? What?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gabu! What are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it, and you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already, so please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples. For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the Divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Limsans, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vylbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vylbrand home.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gaboo does. And I will trust him.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
Good to be seeing some of these old conflicts getting addressed. Many expansions later.
I'm so glad we could sway the Patriarch. Convince, persuade, sway. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you.
The treatment may have restored the Patriarch to his senses, but it was the Admiral in Gaboo's words that touched his heart. This moment belongs to all of us, Derman. We couldn't have done it without each other. It has taken a long time, but the dream of a lasting peace with the kobolds may soon become a reality. And it's all thanks to Alisay. In two separate worlds, the seeds were sown, and through the determination of two indomitable women, they've quickened into this historic moment. I feel honored to have been present to see it. Same. The Admiral seems hell's-bent on worrying me to death. I suppose the ends justify the means. Well fought, my friend. Well fought. Thank you. You too. Good tanking at the end there. That was a lot of bombs. 'Twould seem we found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course. It'll take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true. So instead, I'll say thank you for helping us to pilot a new course not only for Limsa, but all Eorzea. You're ever so welcome. Alphino's face is a picture equal parts jubilation and relief.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
And right on cue. Problems.
What in the world is that?
Huh.
A tower.
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea. Nothing more is known, only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
Can't get 2 seconds of chill around here. So it goes. Don't worry, sir. I'll keep watch over the tower. Your place is in Alamigo. I'm going. Give me a minute. I'm not just gonna not go. Where is everybody? Hello? Oh, there's everybody. Though it isn't visible from here, the locals report that a tower-like structure has appeared to the south. Great. Love that. Gabu? Don't worry, he's with our Maelstrom friends, meaning we're free to deal with the latest problem to fall uninvited into our laps. I know exactly how you feel. It appears to be business as usual inside the city, but Lise will be able to tell us if there have been any developments without. Right, yes. Sorry, didn't mean to be rude. Hello.
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Roca preserved!
Hello.
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
You're here, good.
Well, well, well! To be received by such an illustrious cast! Why, even the hero of the piece is here! I feel quite starstruck. Is that Asahi?
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh! You saw straight through it! Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandaniel, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
What do you want? Or the towers, what are they for? I am curious about those things, actually.
My, straight to business, is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Ascians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire. And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die! And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering! I'm different, you see, from the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you. So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe. I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers and this very star our stage. But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos. While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Well, good. I mean, good to see you two again. Sorry about the circumstances, but there's always circumstances, aren't there? What part could these towers feasibly play in the Telophoroid's plans, do you think? I, for one, am at a loss. For now, we should bear word of these developments to the others. I only hope Thancred and Oriange are safe. Are you all right, Dermin? The rest of us are all fine, if a little singed. That dragon let us off lightly. Honestly, though, only a madman would choose the name Lunar Bahamut, which just about sums up Fandaniel, I suppose. It does seem to. Though our objectives were different, I could understand why Elidibus and his fellows acted as they did. But Fandaniel? It will take me some time to make sense of it all, if indeed there is any sense to be found. Our scouts report that the Ascian and his dragon have left Garabania. It seems this was purely a social visit. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We've managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Raban, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merlwyb tells me, you're due some time off duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well. But if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care, both of you. Maybe we will rest a little bit. If an Ascian's on the prowl, it'll not be long before we call on you and yours again. Rest now, while you still can. So you really did it. You found a cure for the tempering. It makes me want to do something heroic right now. Speaking of which, I'd better get ready and set out for the tower. Well, I won't keep you. Good luck. I'm going back to the Rising Stones to rest. Here we are. Though my new, or rather old, by which I mean young, but although this body has a good deal more stamina than the one I wore out in the first, I confess I've been looking forward to a moment's respite. We've had a busy few days, have we not? It rather has been. Yustola returned just before us, and it seems she knows about the towers too. I'd love to hear your smart brain thoughts about them. I don't have any. Thoughts, I mean. Ah, how good it feels to come home to the Rising Stones. It's here my heart most feels at peace, and my mind the clearest. It would seem you've had quite an eventful time in my absence, but I'm fully rested now and ready for more. Grand. Welcome back, Dermin. Make yourself comfortable and let me know if I can get you anything. Don't you worry about it. You also rest maybe a little bit, for once. Oh, you're back too. Good. We've received the reports from the Alliance. Since we're all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigo could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account. Ah, yes. No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable but for the endless variety of our foes. This Fandaniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature certainly did resemble the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandaniel would suggest they're not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of Ascian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Yustola? I've been to see the Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their tempered, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Ul'dah and delivered the Porxies to her grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The Immortal Flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claimed that a number of their kind have been abducted, and that men are responsible. Naught is known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the Immortal Flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Fandaniel's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they've been sighted as far afield as Yentia. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they're everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now save remain vigilant. And since we're dealing with a dragon, ostensibly, at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Estinian. Estinian? Now, just a moment. If he could be persuaded to lend us his lance, I would be the first to welcome it, but the truth is, we'll struggle even to find him. Let me and Kryl worry about that. We'll sniff him out, no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding. We have ways of locating him regardless, so if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. Powerful duo, these two. Well, rather than sitting around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them on the use of the porxies. They would doubtless appreciate it. But might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You'd be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. 'Twas ever the way. The world often needs saving, very frequently. Oh dear, are you not enjoying our adventure? I really could have done with the rest. These are all pretty good. Hard to choose. You know, he's getting enough teasing from all sides. Really could have done with the rest. We've been running around a lot. Then why not have one now? If anything happens, I promise I'll come and wake you. As much as I enjoy our adventures together, I am conscious of the toll they take. So let us gather our strength while we can, that we might rise to the challenges of the unwritten future. Yeah. Well put. And there we are! Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Glory be. Glory be. Glory be.
Glory be to Vylbrand!
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace.
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing him that you await his coming, though I confess I may have singed him a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
I understand this impulse. I've switched jobs who knows how many times at this point. Well, that's about it for the 5.4 patch of story. The next chapter of it, we will continue in a little while. We've got another side thing to do, and a rather large side thing, as side things go, but a pretty interesting one, and one that I've also never really done myself, so this is going to be a new one for me. I'm excited for it. I hope you are as well. I will see you next time as we get that whole thing started. Take care till then. Goodbye.